Hello students, today I am going to start new chapter in geography, chapter number 4, major landforms. In this chapter we will learn about landforms created by rivers, second landforms created by sea waves, third is landforms created by glaciers and landform created by winds. The surface of the earth has been going through changes even since it came into existence. These changes are taking place even today. Some of these changes are sudden. For example, the changes caused due to earthquakes or volcanic eruptions. On the other hand, some changes take place so slowly that they become visible only after thousands of years. The two processes of change the surface and create different landform on the earth are weathering and erosion. Weathering refers to the breaking up of rocks, whereas erosion refers to the wearing away of rocks by agents like water, wind and ice. In this chapter, we will study about the landforms that are made by this agent of erosion. Let's start our chapter, students. First topic is landforms made by rivers. A river is a water body that begins as a small stream and as it moves down the slope of land. Other streams join in to form a river. The place where the rivers originate is called its sources. A river journey can be divided into three stages. The first stage is the youthful stage. During this stage, the rivers move swiftly down and slope with the great erosive power. Maximum erosion of rocks and other materials take place here. As a result, a number of landforms are formed here. V-shaped valley is an example of such landforms. This is created when erosional work of a river result in winding of deepening of the river valley. It makes the river valley narrow and shaped like the letter V. A very deep and narrow valley is called a gorge. When the water of a river falls steeply down the valley, almost vertically, a waterfall is formed. The Jog Fall 260 m on the Saravati rivers in Karnataka is the highest waterfall in India. The Salto Angel Falls 975 meter in Venezuela is the highest waterfall in the world. The second stage begins when the rivers enter the plain. Its speed slows down, its work of erosion is reduced and it starts depositing eroded material on the river bed and river bank. Now the river forms large bends and loops called meanders. With the passage of time, the river is able to chalk out a straight path for itself by cutting out the strip and land between two loops. As the meander cut off from the river, it forms an oxbow lake. The third stage of the river begins before it reaches the sea. Towards the end of its journey, the river becomes very sluggish. Due to its sluggish movement, it deposits all the sediment at its mouth. Sluggish means, students, slowly. The deposited sediments create an obstacle for the river to move ahead, and hence the river is forced to slip into small rivulets called distributaries. Before the river enters the sea, the network of distributaries form a delta. Delta are triangular in shape. The Ganga-Brahmaputra delta is the largest delta in the world. Next topic is landforms made by sea waves. Just as the sea waves also perform the task of erosion and deposition of eroded materials. They are the most important agents to alter the face of the coastal region. Current, tides and storm assist in the creation of various landforms by the coast. Steep vertical rock wall facing the sea is called a sea cliff. Sea cliffs are seen at a few places near the coast. When these rocks are lashed by strong sea waves, cracks begin to appear due to the process of erosion. The continuous striking of the sea waves causes the rock of disintegrated, further forming sea caves. Gradually, the sea caves get bigger and as only the roof remains, the sea arches are formed. As erosion continues, the roof collapse and what remains are the walls. These walls are called stacks. Beaches are formed by the deposition of sand, gravel, and pebbles on the seashore. Sandbars are formed when broken rocks, materials, sand, and gravel get deposited on the seafloor a little away from the coast. Sandbars are narrow and elongated. Sometimes a portion of the sea gets enclosed between the coast and the sandbar. This enclosed water is a saltwater lake and is called a lagoon. The Chilka Lake in Odisha and the Pulicat Lake in Tamil Nadu are large lagoons. The Kerala coast has a number of small lagoons called backwaters. The next topic is landforms made by glaciers. The height at which a permanent cover of snow exists is called a snow line. The areas in the higher altitude experiences snowfall. The snowfall spread to form snowfields. Snowfields are situated above the snow lines. When the temperature increases, the snow started to melt and a river of snow started moving very slowly. This river of snow flows out from the snowfield and is called a glacier. Glaciers move very slowly, just like other agents. Glaciers also do the work of eroding, transporting, and depositing. When a glacier passes through a valley, rock pieces fall into it from the mountain slopes. It also picks up pieces of rock from the floor of the valley. These rock pieces erode the valley floor and create a U-shaped valley. This U-shaped valley has a flat bottom and vertically sloping sides. It is also called a glacial trough. The two other main landforms created by glacier are cirques and moraines. The armchair-like depression caused by the erosive action of a glacier is called a cirque. When the glacier melts, cirques are filled with water and form lakes. Such lakes are known as tanks. Student, the next topic is landforms made by winds. Wind acts as an important agent of erosion, especially in the deserts. There is negligible humidity in the dry desert region, therefore, the sand lies loosely around. There is also little or no vegetation in the desert to hold the soil in place. Thus, it is very easy for the winds to blow away the transport the sand particles to another place. The deposition of the sand particles take place when the speed of wind is reduced and when there is some obstructions on the way. This deposition of sand forms sand dunes. A sand dune is a low hill of sand. When wind carry fine particle of dust far away from the desert and deposit them in humid region, the soil so formed is called loess. This is yellowish gray in color. Another landforms formed by wind is mushroom rocks. Sand-laden wind strike against the rocks and erode the lower part of the rock. Such rocks have narrow base and broad tops. They resemble the shape of a mushroom and hence are called mushroom rocks. That's all about this chapter.